Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. I'm Mage 1011 and today we are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Without further ado, let's get started on the quest we were doing last time when we left out on cliffhanger. I may have put rescuing Lavachi ahead of my own progress, but do not take that to mean I've given up on the contest. You understand how important she is to me. Yet, regardless of how close we were, would have made this choice. After all, if I'm incapable of saving my sister while also winning the throne, then I am not fit to inherit our father's heavy mantle. My brother's duty. Complete. Feeding the river. Kona wishes to gather your companions for the upcoming rescue mission. We need to gather our forces. Firstly, allow me to brief everyone on our present situation. Thus, at the very least, we believe this Hubiko knows where Lamachi has been taken. Ingrid is shadowing their boat even as we speak, and I should like to join him with all haste. Unfortunately, our quarry has had the foresight to release your punity to from its harness, leaving us without a means of your pursuit. Ervil, as an expert on wildlife, what are our choices for recapturing the beast? With the right mix of feed, it can be done. Should you, I should like an extra hand to help scatter it about, however. Would you accompany him, Wolfmage? Meanwhile, the rest of us should work on getting the harness repaired. It should it appears to have been damaged when the punity was let loose. With all the peddlers here in camp, we should have little trouble purchasing replacement materials. As for any necessary metalwork, Earthenshire artisans are but a short walk away. Then let us divide the task, and have it done. Have at it. There was an unusually aggressive herd of wild punity downriver, so our girl will have fled in the opposite direction. Come, we'll try the waters upriver. Oops, I got stuck on geometry. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Assuming that our punity has come this way, he'll be hiding in the deep depths of the marsh Lig- Liga, Ligaka. We need to lure her back to the shallows with the promise of food. Punity eat many aquatic grasses, mainly aquatic grasses and plants, but the tame ones are often fed vegetable scraps. Knowing this, I've added leftovers to the feed I prepared. This should help the mixture stand out amongst the marsh his natural scent. Ligaka is crawling with predators, however, so it. I'll leave it to you to scatter feed deeper in. I'll be waiting for you near the shallows, with the rest of our unity's enticing feast. Seems to be taking me to an off or mini island, I think. No, it's just a run on the other side of the lake. Imagine if they added water combat to this. That'd be fun. Destination. We've scattered our Vels community feed along the water's edge. Wait, I went the wrong way. Ah. You've scattered Vels community feed on the water's edge. All set? I've just finished laying out the last of the bait. Step back out of sight and leave the rest to me. Here she is. Shh. There's nothing to be afraid of. We just need your help one last time. You're hungry, I'd wager. Come on, come with me. Yes, there's a good girl. We'll be fine here, I think. I'll give her a few more treats, then I'll lead her over to the boat. You can let Kona know we have our punity back. Is that a Aethercraft I hear? He is. Anvil has the punity in hand, then? Good, I expected nothing less from a certified cleaner. As for the harness, we were able to purchase all the parts needed. The Levier twins are over in Earthenshire right now, having the Potsworn make the repairs. I'm told it shouldn't take long. We'll be ready to embark on our rescue mission as soon as we hear from Thancred. Feeding the river. Sibling rescue. Kona is nervously awaiting the call from Thancred. Thancred must know something by now. You found her? Understood, thank you. I had but to invoke his name. Thancred followed the Hubiko boat to its destination and confirmed that they are indeed holding my sister captive. They, of course, being Bakul Jaja and his minions, I swear I'll make them regret this. Lamachi is in rich leaf tunnels. The moment the harness is repaired, we strap in the punity and make our way back to EU. I can't read that word.
Thancred. The third promise is up ahead. She's unharmed, but we best not dally.
I spit on these pathetic feats. Far more satisfying to claim their baubles by force.
Give it back! Fosuntan poured his everything into that stone. You've no right to touch it!
Oh, was that the name of your artisan? How could you allow something so precious to be stolen?
You thieving cheat! You're no true claimant!
What does that make the foolish kitty who fell into my trap? If pitiful roars were all it took to claim the throne, you'd be first in line.
Now, brother. You shouldn't tease her. Look, the poor thing's on the verge of tears. Meow. Someone save me. Who did that?
His scales are as thick as his skulls.
Coward! You dare ambush me?
'Tis the blessed sibling's favorite tactic.
That useless Buna was sycophant. He was supposed to keep the lackeys running in circles.
Oh, you must tell me all about that.
Careful now. You wouldn't want to hit her hostage.
That one's not to be underestimated.
Ha! They can do nothing while we have.
Impeccable timing.
Amachi, are you all right?
Aye, thanks to you.
These weaklings think they can defy us? We'll slaughter the lot of them!
Patience!
I took a drink.
The keystone is ours. There is no need to fight this day. And Zoralja has left us hurting.
No! I won't stop until I gut these maggots and feed them their entrails!
If we fall here, we feign our siblings for nothing. Is that what you want?
No, brother. Break off! We retreat!
Wait! Damn you, Bakul Jaja!
How are you today, Nyx?
Do we give chase?
We head back. Amachi is safe. And that is what matters.
Damn, that is cold. Why? Wear a jacket. I'm glad to see you unharmed, Lavachi. Thanks again for coming to my rescue, Kona. And all of you too. Cool Jaja must be desperate indeed to resort to such aggressive tactics. I shouldn't have been so careless. I underestimated him and it cost me a keystone. Kunju died up ended his life so I could accomplish the goblin's feat. He believed in me, believed in my cause. I let him down. So we take back what was stolen. Then keep warm, keep cozy. Yes, we'll do exactly that. The next time I meet that brute, I'll knock him straight on his scaly hide behind and take back my keystone. Speaking of vengeance, didn't Bakul Jajas curse some useless Bunawa sycophant when he caught sight of us? A reference to Soralja, I would assume. He is devoted to our brother and is the only Bunewa I know of participating in the rite of succession. If Soralja was somehow involved in this, I will never forgive him for putting our sister in danger. He will have... He will have forfeited his right to be called our brother. The Gold Jaja should face punishment, of course, but so must the bandits who had the temerity to abduct Lamachi. I shall request Father send a contingent of Lance Guard to enforce the law in this region. I agree that measures need to be taken to keep travelers safe. But I wonder what pushing these people towards a life of banditry in the first place. If we dig deeper, we might find a way to improve things for everyone. It's something to think about. For now, however, a rite continues. I thank you all for your help. Oh, an ad is going to start in 30 seconds. We should be moving on as well. Are you feeling fit to travel with Glomat? And I'm going to take a quick break to let the ads play. And I'll be back in a moment. And I'm back from taking my meds just in time for ad break to be over. Nice. You bet I am. Zeralja's gained a good head start, and it's time we clawed back some lost ground. Early, I'm sorry this happened. From now on, I won't let my guard down around suspicious strangers. And again, I appreciate you all coming to save me. Actually, we're going to talk to the others before we accept. We'll need to take that keystone back from Bukul Jaja before we arrive at the Golden City. He'll not relinquish it without a fight, though. Though they say sharing a single body, though they share a single body, it's obvious Bukul Jaja has two minds when you see one head calming the other down. His personalities are as distinct as two individuals can be. The Wolkamat I once knew would have been inconsolable at the loss of a keystone. This journey and your companionship is doing her a world of good. Kona is the picture of composure and rationality, except when it comes to matters concerning Wolkamat's safety. Far be it from me to fault a brother for being protected, but still. I read that. Complete. Ooh. History Keepers. Wukamat has her sights set on the Yokui's village. The road beckons, friends. Let us be on our way to Yokui. Then it's back to where the path through the mountains begins. You remember the spot where you were tricked into walking off with Wakasa? Just going to rub it in my face. What? Just going to rub my face in it like that, hey? I wonder if he's raising my hackles on purpose, though. You know, trying to keep my anger directed at him instead of myself. Either way, we can't be standing around here all day. We have a lot of lost time to make up for. And we are going to quickly teleport to Earthenshire. Don't need to use an Aetheryte ticket for 100 gold cost. No, no, no. Roderick? Roderick is glad the third promise is safe, but please keep on your tippy toes. The testing trials are not over yet. Those bandits must have been watching us from the moment we stepped off the riverboats. If I knew if I felt eyes on us. Aranville said the path will take us all the way up, all the way to Urgapacha's highlands, didn't he? Gibraltar will not have been wasting time while we were busy tussling with the Ghoul Jaja. We need to hurry. I couldn't leave without telling Roderick without letting Roderick know what happened. So I stopped in Earthenshire to say a few words before moving on. And now Erenville's nowhere to be seen. Couldn't he wait for a few moments? So much for giving him the benefit of the doubt. Come on, let's catch up. I want to give that smug cleaner a piece of my mind. I worried Wilclamot would agonize over the loss of the keystone, but it seems I had nothing to be concerned about. Onward and upward then. Pant, I never climbed so high before. I tell Erenville off, but I'll tell Erenville off once I catch my breath. Seems those buildings up ahead are the village we're headed for. The Yokoi have a deep connection to the legend of the Golden City. This visit will allow us to ask them about it directly. We have to be quite high up by now, which makes me wonder how much higher the summit of Wooker Zomer must be. As I'm sure you've noticed, the air grows thin at this elevation. Take it slow until your body adjusts. Deep breaths, drink plenty of water. A few more steps and we will be in Warlord's Echoes. Oh, it's my dinner time. I'll be right back. Time for food. Hello, I have returned from lunch, or rather dinner. Thank the gods, they have an aetherite. I don't fancy the idea of trudging up that mountain trail a second time. Tillier, stout stone construction, if I squint a bit, I might think I was in Ishgard for a moment. Everything here is giant size, but that structure in the back is on a different scale altogether. A temple of some kind, mayhap? I knew the path that led here, but I never set foot in this village myself. I think I'm getting used to the air up here. So this is the place from the Lay of Proof where Papa met the Yokui. And that must be them. I don't think I've ever actually seen one outside of a picture. So it is for most Raleigh. The giants rarely visit the lowlands. Here in their mountain fortress, they tend to the solemn duty they pledge to undertake in their pact with the Dawn Servant, which is to watch over the Tural Vidral Valagamanta and maintain its prison within their temple. Ah yes, Wilcomont told us about the Tural Vidral, creatures that live for a far longer than normal and awaken to strange powers. Indeed, yet even among those anomalies, Valagamanda is unrivaled in strength. It has endured for centuries, bringing catastrophe each time it emerges from its lair. As you learned in the Lay of Ice, it was Galul Jaja who at last managed to imprison the beast, and it has lain dormant in the temple ever since. Okay. It is said the building still bears a gaping hole in its ceiling from when Valgamander was lured inside by Galul Jaja. Foul play. I'd like to see the strongest of all Tural Vidral. I wonder what it was like fighting it. Warlord's Echoes was where both the Lay of Proof and the Lay of Ice took place. Does this not suggest we'll be facing 2 feats this time? That's a question we can ask the Elector once we find him. Or maybe we should flesh out Bakul Jaja's first so I can beat my keystone out of it. Identifying the Dawn Servant's Elector should be our priority. I suppose we do still have 4 keystones to earn, and no matter what we do, the contest will pit us against him sooner or later. Alright, let's seek out the Elector. Then I suggest we pay a visit to Cray Ozor, the Gracious, or so their temple is called. The Moblins told me that High Luminary Gufalor is to be found there. If if we are to ask someone for information, then it seems a wise choice. And it looks like an ad is about to start, so I need to wait a bit before doing the next cutscene. So in the meantime, we can tune to the 8th ride first and foremost. And in the meantime, while the ad plays, I can just beat up some monsters for a little XP. Okay, now that that break is over, we can go do the next cutscene. Or the next interaction, or whatever is next. I assume it's a cutscene. While this is certainly an impressive building, it doesn't seem to be seem the sort of structure one would build to hold a draw. Is it taboo to request entrance to the temple, you think? We'll need permission to enter the temple, but I expect it won't be a problem for the third promise. The temple guards have been watching us most intently. One does not stroll freely into Valigamanda's prison, it seems. Who are you? What business have you at Eorzor's or the gracious? Let's see if I can convince the guard to let us through. I'm Wuklamat, the promise of Tural. I seek your elector for the right of succession. May I speak with Gorfalor? The High Library has granted audience to the claimants. You may enter. That was easier than expected. We go then. Gods, is that? Hi, Valley Garmanda. Welcome. Illuminary Gorfalor? He is not here at present. I am Luminary Zormarwar. This is the Sky Ruin, Valigamanda. It is. The Tural Vidral whose name has invoked terror since time immemorial. Even my people once conquered all breath and sun, were as brittle leaves before Valigarmanda's tempestuous power. When the Sky Ruin descended upon Orcapacha 8 decades ago, the casualties were staggering. Had Jaja and his companions not intervened, we would have been slaughtered to the last. Their terrific battle with Valigamanda reigned for 10 days and 10 nights. As their foe fought on, tireless and relentless, our heroes were pushed beyond the limits of their endurance. Thus did the head of reason concoct a desperate plan. Jaja tricked the Sky Ruin into losing control of its own ice magics, causing the unwitting Tural Vidral to encase itself in frozen ether. And it's been like this ever since. Nice work, Papa. But what happened if the ice just never melts? The same question looms large in our minds. for the magic sustaining this prison grows weaker with each passing year. Valigamanda commands power of fire, lightning, and ice. Some believe that the violence of the recent storm was the result of those energies slipping free. A raging tempest from Valley Garmanda. Setting future worries aside, you are come to attempt to beat a proof, yes. The High Luminary chosen elector of the Dawn Servant has left me with instructions for all aspiring claimants. You are to scour our forbidden mountain and find the waiting Gorfalor. That is to be your challenge. So the search itself is the feat. You've already spoken with my brother, I take it? I have. Their expeditions are underway. Then we better pick up the pace. But we will need a direction to search first. Let's see what hints we can gather from the villagers. Aaronville? I've encountered many extraordinary creatures in Eorzea and elsewhere, but long has it been since I've felt such overwhelming presence, like 1,000 dagger points breaking my skin. I sense recent explosions of great deal of ether from Valley Garmanza's prison. Ice will hold for but a few more years, I fear. Vidral sounds an awful like the aspices from the Far East. Are they the same thing under a different name, do you think? As large as the Okui are, seeking blindly for one in the expanse of these mountains would be an exercise in futility. We need more information. God's Valley of Ronda is enormous. I know Papa had friends with him, but it's incredible he could hold his own against that thing. Should it prism ever fall, though, we can't expect the old guard to come running. It'll be up to us to save the day. The feat of proof. Alvinoda would share his strategy for information gathering. As we've just been informed, the feat of proof requires us to seek the High Luminary Gorfalor somewhere upon these mountains. However, if earlier feats are any indication, we must assume the challenge precludes the Okui from answering our questions in a straightforward manner. Thus, I would ask you that you pay close attention while attempting to Corvalor's whereabouts. Though the giants may not give us precise locations, there may be clues hidden between their words. Such is my theory, anyway. Let us see what we can discover. The High Liberty? No, I've not seen him today. Now let me ask you a question. That Jabal who came out of the temple earlier, was that really the third promise? He seems rather unimposing. How is she meant to succeed the mighty Gulujaja? A Tuliolan? No, you are from further away than that, I think. As for the High Luminary, I can only guess where he might be. He wanders off this. He is wander of. He is warder of the Sky Ruin, but also keeper of the sepulchres, and his duty often takes him outside the village. Asking after the High Liberty as well, are you? I know not where to find him, but I hope you have the opportunity to speak together. He is a great man, with a deep reverence for our tradition. These cliffs we carve for one. He affords them as much value as any treasure we possess. They are records of the lives lived. Your arrival too, I will etch into the stone that the story of our meeting may endure for untold turns of the sun. If you are curious about our ways, then I bid you visit Proof, to the northwest of here. It is one of our grave sites. Destination. First things first, was anyone able to coax for the definite location for the High Luminary? As expected. What then of clues or other hints that might point us in the right direction? I heard that that in addition to his usual duties, Corvalor is also charged with keeping the graves. As did I. The Yokoi's full sepulchres appear to hold special significance in their culture. But would it be appropriate for us to outsiders to enter their burial grounds? Proof, you say. He encouraged you to visit this place yourself. Then let us go and take a look. Even if we don't find Kofalor there, it will give us a chance to learn more about the Yokoi. The gravesite is somewhere to the northwest of here. We can leave from that side of the village for a start, shall we? Kyle? Your others have gone on ahead to prove, following the trail west. There are sharp drops everywhere, so we're all moving at our own pace. Some of us are not built for craggy terrain. I thought to get my bearings from up here first, so I don't stumble off a cliff. Why don't you try catching up to Aramvel? He should be able to point you in the right direction. Anything else to say? Is that proof way over there? Alize! It's not quite mountain climbing, but these steep slopes are exhausting enough. New destination discovered. Gain XP. There's Alpha Node and Aaron. Let's talk to Alpha Node really quick. These have the look of homes rather than graves, but it would seem long years have passed since anyone resided here. Take a look at these craters. There's no wood, no trees, not even dead grass, yet the ground still burns. This must be one of the scars left by Valigamanda's rampage, as told by the saga. The Sky Ruins fires are described as eternal, flames that can be quenched by neither storm nor time. And here I thought it's a literary embellishment. But now I've lost sight of Uklamat. Proof is northwest along the main road, so hopefully she's still heading the right way. Hey. Well, thank you. It is a good puppo form. I don't have an actual ref sheet for it yet, though. E. How would you ruin it? Your art is good. Very good, actually. A lot better than I could do anyway. Oh, you've come. Welcome Lamont wins again. Looks like everyone is here now, so... Greetings, friend. Are you Gorfalor? No, I am not. I am... The High Luminary did, however, task me with providing a lesson in Sipplitures to those who come in search of him. Oh, so we were meant to find our way here after all. Are you to tell us who's buried here? No one is buried here in the sense you mean. When a body is served its purpose, we consign it to the flames, then scatter its ashes across the peaks. Moreover, we do not conceive of death as others do. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, but only when they are no longer born in the hearts of all who knew them. This is why we build the sepulchres before age and mishap claims us, that we might etch ourselves into the living chronicles for all eternity. This grave belongs to a good friend. His mortal vessel ended its journey some years ago. But he lives with me even now. And up there stands my own sepulcher. As long as it exists, so too will I. I will endure in the hearts of those who read my grave glyphs, in the same manner my friend does in mine. Has it always been thus for your people? This concept of existence and death? Continue along the path to the indubitable passage. Behold the history upon its walls, and you may find the answer to your question. Then that's what we'll do. Your traditions are fascinating. I'd love to know more. Thank you for allowing me to share them, for in doing so I will remain in your hearts also. Oh, hello there. Goodbye. Oh, looks like a uh, ad is gonna start soon. To not only remember, but to live on inside others' hearts. If it's possible, then grandfather surely lives on in mine. His comforting thought. Look at these splendid murals. They appear to depict 4 different scenes. I get the feeling they were expecting us. I've never spoken with the Yokoi before, and had no idea they held such philosophy in life and death. I'm gonna pause really quick while I wait for the ad break to be over. And while we wait for the ad break, I might as well go kill some stuff. There we go. There we go. I've adjusted the ads so that they're 1 minute. There we go. There we go. I've adjusted the ads so that they're not as often and they're only 1 minute. Jeez, that's annoying. I can't. Okay. Stoic Chronicler. I've been waiting for you. Hello. A fellow we met at Proof suggested that we come here. Yes, the High Luminary commanded that I watch for your arrival as the chronicler of our people. It has ever been my family's duty to pass on the teachings of the murals from generations to generation. They really are magnificent, and together they tell the tale of your people's history. They are the events which shaped us. I would share them with you ere you continue on your way. Please, we would love to hear all about it. Then, I will begin. The first mural depicts a time more than 1100 years ago, an age of great prosperity for the Yofui, blessed with size and strength unmatched by other peoples. Our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Dawntrail under their dominion. Then, when all before them had been conquered, they turned their gaze northwards, seeking to expand their territory and power. Here we see the expedition to Ffxiv, unable to cross the salt by ship. Our forebears set to building a bridge to the northern lands. A grand labor which consumed the greater part of a century. Zorgor the Boundless, we still make use of that bridge in Tuliol for travel. I can't imagine the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. I've never heard of any Yokui living in Ixtural. What happened to the ones who went north? Look upon this next mural and behold the answer. The scene suggests that many giants perished all at once. What manner of enemy could have repelled their invasion? A foe unnamed and unseen. When the expedition pushed forth into Ixtural, those 1,000 years ago, its soldiers were felled by disease. Some terrible illness. No. If virulent plague or newly arised blight, or the local Tonawata had and Shitona it was but a mild affliction of the sort that comes with the turning of the seasons. What manifested for them as a slight fever and cough, however, proved deadly to our people. Out of every Yukui who joined the northern campaign, 9 succumbed to the affliction. Those who survived continued to suffer, finding it difficult to share sire offspring. I've heard of this before. Lacking an inherent resistance, visitors to distant lands can fall deathly ill to diseases and a local might shrug off. These events might also have given rise to the practice of commissioning cementing rather than cremation rather than burial of mortal remains. The final mural depicts the return of our grieving brother in Urkapacha. The reason they first left, why they had fought so long and pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. This undertaking began in ancient times, when our forebears learned they shared the continent with peoples unlike to us in appearance and custom. They feared invasion and was inevitable. Rather than meekly await their fate, they decided to strike the first blow, yet, as they fought on and on, the old idea of peace drifted further and further away. Only after the disaster in Dawntrail, their withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand. The place we envisioned had been ours for the taking all along, was here, in the place which birthed us. Here in the stone upon which we record our days. Here, in this tranquil life, we had traded for conquest and conflict. When you do nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes. And so we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history of our people enlightening. I'm always glad to learn more about my fellow Turali. Now, how you've lived until now, and how you wish to live from now on. And I believe you are ready to proceed. The High Lord Renee bids you meet him upon the summit of Workar. I had a feeling we'd end up scaling that big old mountain. Well, it's a feat worthy of the name. Follow the trail south of here to begin your ascent, but be wary. Beyond the entryway, the mountainsides is home to ferocious beasts, both mundane and otherwise. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you for warning us and the lesson. Finally, now we know where we're going. Is to the top of Workar. If I'd known we'd be climbing Warcores or more, I might not have raced up and down all those trails. My feet are killing me. This thin air, mountain air, is going to be the death of me. Well, how long have you been standing there? I was joking, just taking in the scenery is all. Come on, we don't want to fall too far behind Alfnod and the others. The true size of the mountain is never more apparent than when you're standing right at its foot. I cast a rejuvenation spell on Wuklamont. Even our indefinable third promise is feeling the strain of these slopes. I fear I won't be of much use to you as a guide past this point. Even in Tuliolo, there is precious little written about the sacred peak of Warcars or more. Beyond whimsical poetry, that is. I hope we come across Bakul Jaja on our way to the summit. We still owe him for the trouble he caused in Kazama Uka. You remember how the chroniclers was saying that the more they fought, the further away they moved from their ideal peace? It occurs to me that Zeralja is attempting the feat of proof when he will have heard that same lesson. I can only hope it's made him consider his own stance on educating people through war. And I think we are going to stop the stream for today. Next time, we will be tackling this mountain. I hope you guys enjoyed my stream. I hope you guys stop by again. Until next time, I've been Wolfmage 1011. I'll see you guys then. Bye!